Literally, it was a feeling of coming back home. That was the welcoming I got. It was literally welcome back to the kingdom. And in the beginning, I tried to digest this spirit which was being transcended to me from the people all over the place, in the markets, supermarkets, wherever I went. And I understood that they are very happy. The people are very happy to see a person like me in the kingdom, walking around, doing what I'm doing. And from there, you know, it's all history.
And we asked the rabbi about his ambitions regarding the Jewish community in Saudi Arabia. Could he see it growing?
Well, the role which I see for myself and my family in Saudi Arabia is first and foremost to serve the Jewish people who come to Saudi Arabia for any amount of time, whatever they would need from a rabbi and his family. On the broader context of everything, I believe that I initially add value to the kingdom by having a rabbi there. I'm sure many people will think positively about coming to the kingdom. I know for a fact that many Jewish people who have any doubts about coming to the kingdom now for trade shows or meetings, after speaking to me, they feel much more confident in coming to the kingdom. They're much more confident about succeeding and about their general safety, of course. And all in all, I think that we add a lot of value and bring a lot of value to the table for Saudi Arabia as a kingdom.
We asked if he believed Saudi Arabia, a strict Sunni Muslim nation, would allow Jewish worship there.
Well, whatever we do is in the context of what's acceptable today in the kingdom. Whatever our plans are, of course, it's all contingent to the approval of the rulers of the kingdom. We envision that there'll be a very vibrant Jewish center in the kingdom, which will provide all the services that a person needs if he's coming for a week or if he wants to come with his whole family and work there for 20, 30 years. So we want to offer the whole thing. This is all contingent to the permission of the rulers of the kingdom. But I am very confident and I'm positive that the rulers of the kingdom and the policymakers and the decision makers will understand the importance of something like this for the kingdom and the benefit which they could derive from something like this. And historically, Jews and Muslims have always lived side by side. Never had any. There were never any problems for Jewish people to worship in a Muslim environment, and Muslims never had a problem to fully worship in that type of environment. And in the most important country in the Islamic world, the custodian of the two most holy places for Islam, I think that it'll work. It'll be fantastic. Not only that. It'll just be fantastic. Yeah.
And finally, he told us about the much discussed prospect of Saudi Arabia possibly normalizing ties with Israel.
Well, we see a lot of change in Saudi Arabia, a lot of modernization, toward westernizing. I don't think that's the correct word for Saudi Arabia. They're modernizing. They're not westernizing. You have to realize that this is Muslim kingdom, the most important Muslim country in the world, the custodian of the two most holy places for Islam. So they are adopting many more modern concepts over the years. But with that being said, they also are protecting and cherishing their heritage and their rich history. And, you know, we could see from history that one of the amazing things of the unity of the kingdom is that they created one of the safest countries in the world for a person to walk around in. It's safe. Nobody has to be afraid of being mugged like other. You know, when I was growing up in New York City, you always had to look over your shoulder. Not because I was Jewish, but you know, in the roaring '80s, people were getting mugged left, right, and center, being held up, getting their money taken away, being beaten up. And in Saudi Arabia, this is totally unheard of. Personal safety is top priority over there, and it's a fact. With the unification of the kingdom, the leaders who unified the kingdom basically brought the law of Sharia into a very, very orderly context. They have their courts of law, and everybody knows if they have a problem, they come to the court, and they don't take. You don't take an initiative on your own to enforce anything. If anything has to be enforced, it's going to be the kingdom, it's going to be the court who's going to do the enforcing, and that created one of the most safest environments in the Middle East that we have today. And it's also because the way they were able to interpret the Sharia law, and that we have our court of law, which actually is a Noahide law. It's one of the 7 Noahide laws, to have courts of justice, and the court has to be able to enforce. So that's something which is very important, that have a very orderly way of doing things, and everybody knows that, and you don't break the law. With that being said, I, of course, work within the context of what's acceptable until now. We don't do anything which is out of that. Besides the fact that maybe I'm a bit strange or new in the view, but our actions, I think, speak for themselves, that we respect the kingdom, we respect their very rich heritage and their history.